Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? So recently I decided to actually share with you guys, like my favorite stuff from like a product like HHK foundation may say my favorite foundation, concealers may say my favorite concealer, and something like that. And today I'm actually going to talk about concealers only because there are a lot of concealers that I absolutely love. It's like I love using these concealers, and yeah, so let's talk about it. These are my top 5 concealers, although it's like 6, this is like 5. These are like 5, and this one is like 2 are same. Taking you through concealers. Concealers are very important if you have dark circles. I have dark circles. I absolutely require concealer sometimes when I'm doing like a makeup. Concealer, it kind of like lifts up your whole entire face. The type of concealers I use are usually a little lighter than my skin color because I use concealer that highlight as well. So when you use concealers that highlight your face, that actually makes your face look a little lifted up and more chiseled. So that is the kind of concealer I use. Other than that, I also have concealers that are quite matchable to my skin tone. It might not look on camera, but that are quite matchable to my skin tone, so that they can conceal better. And yeah, that is my entire science behind concealers. So let me take you through the concealers. Now, before jumping in, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like me or you like my videos, and press the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a video. Also, follow me on social media. All the details and links are given in the channel art. Press them and just follow me everywhere. So first concealer I'm going to talk about is this BAE concealer. The BAE is already gone because I've used it a lot. You can see it's peeking through, which actually shows that I have used this concealer a lot. So this is the concealer. Shade was, I think, number 3, and I think I should have gone for number 1. That would have been the highlighting shade. So this is the shade it is. This shade for me is more on the yellower side of the skin. This is more on the yellower side. So this is not a highlighting shade for me. This is like one that matches my skin tone. So I use it to conceal rather than to highlight. This only cost for, I don't know, 180 something. It's just a little bit more than 100 rupees, and you can definitely get this on sale because Purple has a lot of sales going on, and in that case it gets a lot more cheaper. So this is the concealer, which is not at all heavy on the pocket but will provide you with a lot of good results. So if you are somebody who is looking for a good concealer to really just to really work out, if you are a college going person who does not have a lot of money to spare but want a concealer, this is the type of concealer you would absolutely love. And yes, now next concealer I'm going to talk about is this one from Wet n Wild. Now since we have started from the lowest priced one, I'm going to taking the ascending order. This is from Wet n Wild, and this costed me rupees, this was like a 399 rupee concealer. Now Wet n Wild concealer, this particular concealer, it does not have a lot of coverage although, but it is a very fine concealer. It does conceal really nice. It is more on the matter side if compared to this. This is more on the matter side. So if you are a oily skin person, this is the type of concealer you would absolutely love. It is a really good concealer. It conceals really well, and if you ask me, I absolutely love this. This is in the shade light medium beige. If you are near to my skin tone, this is the light medium beige color. If you want a concealer, this is a highlighting concealer for me. So yeah, this is for rupees 399, but definitely you can find it on much less price, from Hawk Makeup or some other site. This is one concealer I would again highly recommend. If you can spare a little bit more, definitely this is one concealer you should definitely try. It does not have like tons of coverage to it, but if you are somebody who does not like to cake up their faces, this is the type of concealer you would absolutely love. Even if you are somebody who loves to cake up their face, you can build it up really well. So this is one type of concealer I would absolutely recommend to a lot of people out there. So yeah, Wet n Wild concealer on number 2. Now third concealer is this. This is my Maybelline concealer, and if you can see, it's almost emptying, and this is one concealer I absolutely love. And this is particular shade is on the lighter side. If you can see, this color actually has more like orangish to it. Orangish kind of color to it. It actually also color corrects a little bit, so it would actually make your dark circles a little less visible. So this is the kind of thing Maybelline does. It has a good coverage. I wouldn't say like a lot of coverage, but it does have a good coverage. I am wearing this concealer. I actually wore this concealer even before I wore foundation, just to, you know, give a lot more coverage to my dark circles, because my dark circles are going really out of it these days. So I use this particular concealer. This is in the shade 10 Light, and prices have actually dropped for this concealer. This is 400 something, and you can definitely find it on much less price. If you are somebody who wants good coverage from a concealer, this is the concealer you should definitely go for. It isn't very costly, so this is something I would definitely recommend you. And this is a concealer that most people love out there, and even I love it absolutely. So definitely, yes, do try this concealer also. Okay, so another concealers that I have are these from this is from NYX. So this is the NYX PhotoGenic concealer. These are two shades. This is number 1 and this is number 2. Now, let me show you something, guys. You will be very surprised. This is in the shade number 1. This is number 1, and this is number 2. There is just no difference in these two shades. Initially, when I bought this concealer, I bought the very first shade, but it was a very pinkier shade, and I'm a yellow person, so this was not the shade for me. So I decided I'll go with shade number 2, but both of these shades are actually on the pinkier side, so for me, using them all alone really doesn't work. How I really use them is with this NYX, with this BAE concealer, because this is on the yellower side, this is on the pinkier side. This highlights and this conceals. That is how I work with both of them. This concealer, if I talk about the coverage, let me just show you the coverage with this one. I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm just going to dab it. You know, it's very seamless but really nice. The coverage with this concealer is really nice, and it works really well. If you want a good coverage concealer, this is the concealer you would want, but this actually costs for more than 500 rupees. So definitely it's not on the cheaper side. NYX Cosmetics is definitely not a cheaper kind of cosmetic range. So NYX concealer are another recommendation from me, and definitely I'm going to buy the third shade from it, because I hope actually at least that will be my shade. If I remember correctly, it is actually considered as a dupe for the NARS concealer, and if it is actually considered that kind of dupe, I would definitely say do try this, because it's a very nice concealer and it does give you a lot of coverage. I do use it a lot of times with my BAE concealer to, you know, just build up and look like very flawless, and it looks really nice. So this is one concealer I highly recommend to you guys, highly recommend it. And now the last concealer is this one from Makeup Revolution. This is also considered as a dupe for a high-end brand called Shape Tape, and this is the color. Of course, it's a highlighting color for me, and this is the one I'm wearing today. It does not have like a huge kind of coverage to it, but it's like buildable. It's like a very workable kind of concealer. The only thing with this concealer is it dries quickly, so you have to work really quickly. If you put it, you blend it. You don't wait for it to sit down. You have to blend it really quickly. That is how you work with this concealer. But other than that, it is a really nice concealer. Makeup Revolution is a cruelty-free brand, so it's a really nice brand to try for. But this one is on much costlier side. It's 600 plus something kind of concealer. So definitely check out for some sales going on too if you want to try this concealer. But if you want to spend like 400-600 rupees for this concealer, I wouldn't really stop you, because I think it's worth that. So yes, so guys, yes, this is my take on the concealers that I absolutely love. So you can definitely choose from what you really want to buy. If you wanted to buy any one of these and you were not sure about them, definitely I would say yes, go and buy them. You will never regret it. And yeah, so if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Bye bye.